Good morning. We call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order for January 17, 2018. Today we have present myself, Nikhil Winfrey, President, Salita Green, Vice President, Clotilde LeBroy, our Secretary, is absent. Ms. Raven Reedus is here on behalf of the Public Works Department. We'll first start with awards, housing repair, community development.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Deputy Director of Community Development. On December 20, 2017, bids were received for the CDBG senior rehab work on the above referenced property, which is 3716 Lincoln Street. Accordingly, we are recommending that the following contractor be awarded the bid for the senior rehab work at the indicated property and price. The bid calculation sheet is attached. The amount is $15,800. That's awarded to JMD. The bid calculation cost estimate is $13,835.90 with a 20% range. Bidded was JMD at $15,800. M&R Construction, no bid. K Sparks Incorporated bid $17,300, and Majestic Builders, no bid. Recommendation, JMD Construction. I move that we approve the recommendation for 3716 Lincoln Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor? Aye, motion carries.
We also have for the property at 1709 Pierce and 2491 Jefferson Street, 6516 Ash Place. On December 20, 2017, bids were received for emergency rehab work on the above referenced properties. Accordingly, we are recommending that the following contractor be awarded bids for the emergency work at the indicated prices and properties. For JMD Construction, 1709 Pierce Street, $11,950. 2491 Jefferson Street, $3,800, and 6516 Ash Place, $3,800. Bid tabulations are: cost estimate for 1709 Pierce Street is $9,985. JMD bid is $11,950 over the program limit. Ability Heating, no bid. K Sparks, no bid, and Majestic Builders, no bid. The recommendation: the one bid received on this property is over the program limit. However, the bid only exceeds the limit by $1,950. In order to service the disabled wheelchair ramp in a timely and efficient manner, it is best to proceed with the same. Please accept this recommendation. The second recommendation for 2191 Jefferson Street is $4,300 of cost estimate. JMD Construction bid is $3,800. Ability Heating is $2,365. K Sparks, no bid, and Majestic Builders, no bid. Recommendation is JMD Construction, which is the only bid that so with JMD Construction bid of $3,800 and Ability Heating of $2,365, the recommendation went to JMD Construction because it's within the 20% threshold, and Ability Heating is below the recommended bid range. So the recommendation went to JMD Construction. For the property at 6516 Ash Place, the cost estimate is $4,000. 20% each is the amount that is below or above the cost estimate, which is $800. JMD Construction bid is $3,800, which is within the 20% threshold. Ability Heating is $2,400, below the recommended bid range. And K Sparks and Majestic Builders had no bid. The recommendation went to JMD Construction. I move that we approve the recommendations from the Department of Community Development for properties at 1709 Pierce, 2491 Jefferson Street, and 6516 Ash Place to JMD Construction.
Second, any questions? All in favor? Aye, motion carries. Next, we have award for new pumper equipment for the fire department.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Fire Chief Paul Bradley. The staff on the Gary Fire Department has reviewed all of the submitted bids for firefighting bunking gear. There should be another one. And
There should be one for a pumper and one for a bunking gear.
Both of these say bunking gear, but I believe this letter should say pumper.
Yep, because that's the one for the pumper.
Okay. The staff of the Gary Fire Department has reviewed all of the submitted bids for the firefighter pumping gear. Listed below are the vendors that submitted an estimate. The first is Fire Service of St. John, Indiana. Various equipment is $283,201.35. Five Alarm of Wisconsin. The bid is $352,832.05. Hoosier Fire Equipment of Valparaiso, Indiana. The bid is $260,225. Mid-America Fire and Safety of Evansville, Indiana. The bid is $218,160.95. And this bid was disqualified because he did not complete the full bid specs. And Paul Conway Fire of Wisconsin, the bid amount is $203,045, and this one was also disqualified because he did not complete the full bid specs. The staff of the Gary Fire Department recommends that Hoosier Fire Equipment be awarded the new pumper equipment as being the most responsive and responsible bidder. I move that we accept the recommendation for the Fire Department to award the bid for fire equipment to Hoosier Fire Equipment.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next memo is for the bunking gear quotes. And the quotes received are from Fire Service Incorporated of St. John, Indiana. 37 sets of bunking gear pans and coats. Deliver of 30 days, $74,000. Five Alarm of Wisconsin, 40 sets of bunking gear with pants and coats with the shipping charges which are extra, $72,400. And Paul Conway Fire, Wisconsin, 37 sets of bunking gear, pants and coats. Turnaround delivery time is unknown, $73,926. The staff of the Gary Fire Department recommends that the Fire Service Incorporated be awarded the bid for bunking gear, being the most responsive and responsible bidder. Fire equipment service availability and location prevents the department from incurring additional delivery costs and stock fees not quoted in this bid. Fire Service is the only vendor that is located in Indiana, allowing to the gear to be properly fitted for all of the personnel. I move that we accept the recommendation from the Fire Department for bunking gear quotes to be awarded to Fire Service Incorporated.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next we have claims.
We have ratification of claims for January 12, 2018. General fund is $262.50, and cumulative capital improvement is $13,326.22. Total claims $13,588.73 paid for January 12, 2018. I move that we ratify claims for January 12th.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have claims for approval for January 19, 2018. General fund is $55,523.42. Special revenues are $679,457.26. The home program grant is $6,564. Seated is $260,000. That's the county option income tax. Public safety income tax is $167,305.18. Police pension is $13,840, and the blight elimination grant is $572. Total claims to be paid $1,183,261.86. I move that we approve claims for January 19, 2018.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Does that conclude time?
That concludes
Okay.
time.
Next, we have correspondence and agreements. Correspondence from the Fire Department.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety, Fire Chief Bradley, Pension Board members, and the Civil Service Commission. Dear Sir and Madam, I would like to submit my resignation to the above named persons as of January 8, 2018. I will no longer be a member of the Gary Fire Department. Joined the Fire Department in September 4, 2002 with 15 years of service. This resignation has been notarized. I move that we approve the resignation of Jeremy Williams for the fire department.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the mayor's office.
This memo is to Clotilda Bread, Public Works Director, from Stephen Jenkins, Assistant City Attorney, regarding contract with Benny Muhammad. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with Benny Muhammad to serve as the Executive Director of the Gary Commission on the Social Status of Black Males. The terms of the contract is from January 1 through December 31, 2018. Contractors shall be paid an amount not to exceed $10,000. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. The scope of services: contract agrees to serve as the Executive Director of the Gary Commission on the Social Status of Black Males. For satisfactory performance, the contractor shall be paid $833.33 per month, not to exceed the $10,000. I move that we approve the contract for Benny Muhammad.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Gary Common Council.
This memo is to Clotilda Board, Public Works Director, from Vanessa Williams, Office Manager for the Common Council. Contract for Chappas Upholstery. Please be advised that on October 18, 2017, the Board of Public Works approved the professional services request by the Gary Common Council for Chappas Upholstery to provide upholstery and repairs for 17 council chamber bench seats. At that time, there was no binding contract with the contractor and the City of Gary. The contractor has completed the entire scope of work and has received full payment in the amount of $12,500 in 3 installments as work was completed. Attached is a copy of the original invoice and the Board of Works approved notice. The first installment, $3,125. Second installment, $4,000. Final installment, $5,375. We're requesting the contract for Chappas Upholstery be approved accordingly. I move that we approve the contract, we ratify the contract for Chappas Upholstery.
Second. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm just not sure why they listed 3 installments on here, because it looks like this is a final payment, all the work has already been completed. But I guess it doesn't matter.
Maybe that's what it was intended initially.
Originally.
And then it wasn't approved. I know at the last meeting it wasn't approved. I don't know if it came before the board when I wasn't here, when I was absent.
It did.
It did again, so maybe that were the
Yeah, it
dates
came-
originally.
In October, actually. It was approved in October.
Okay, so they
And
probably
then-
finished it.
Because it was approved in October, because it came with, it was just like one sheet. And it gave you the bid,
Mm-hmm,
who, we awarded it that day and everything.
okay. But we
And they
never
had
did the
con-
contract.
No, they had a contract and everything.
So why did they send another contract?
Yeah, because I got the approval, because I sent out approval notices.
So I'm confused. Is this additional work? Is this another contract?
Because it was on the council paper like this.
I think
And it
this,
was signed off.
the scope of work was for them to have everything completed. As I remember, there might have been an issue with how the payment was supposed to be made.
But this is
This
an
is-
entirely new contract,
Yeah,
right?
and I'm wondering, the reason I'm asking is because I'm wondering if we need to rescind the original one, if there was another contract.
I can't remember if it was in the contract or if it was an agreement.
Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and approve it, and then we can rescind it later when we find out.
Okay.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the zoning department.
This memo is to Clotilda Brett, Public Works Director, from Mary Hart, Director of Zoning. I am requesting the attached honorary street sign amended petition is placed on the Board of Works agenda. They were approved by the Board of Public Works on November 29, 2017, to place signs from 2600 Massachusetts to 1100 Massachusetts Street, and is wanting to amend the area to include 1000 Massachusetts Street to 400 Massachusetts Street. Attached is the original letter, and also attached is a memorandum to Ms. Perez. And it indicates, this is a follow-up to the conversation. I've surveyed the additional blocks from 4th to 10th Massachusetts Street for the purpose of obtaining petition signatures. However, there were no residential homes. Findings below for Massachusetts Streets by block are at 4th, Hudson Campbell in City Hall; at 5th, International Association of Firefighters Building; at 6th Street, back of Frank Urbana; 7th, the Abasan Baptist Church; 8th, Veterans Village; 9th, the railroad tracks; and 10th is the backside of a grocery store. I've attached a copy of Reverend Robinson's letter previously submitted for your review. Please note that we are not seeking to include the reference to Dr. and Reverend James' name. We would like to maintain our original request, Reverend Julius James Street. Madam President, I move that we approve the amended petition to include the blocks from 4th to 10th Massachusetts Street for the naming rights for Reverend Julius James.
Second, any questions? Is there anyone that would like to speak? No. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the IT department.
It's,
Oh, I'm sorry, from redevelopment.
We have two quick claims, and the first one is from Jack Eskin, Deputy Director to Nicole Ellen Winfrey, Corporation Counsel. Please review the attached deed for the Board of Public Works and Safety approval for signatures, the deed and resolution as far as sidewalk program. The City of Gary Department of Redevelopment hereby recommends that the City of Gary transfer the parcel of real estate commonly known as 810 Georgia Street. We have attached the following: the resolution for transfer of the property from the City of Gary to the Redevelopment Commission, an original copy of the deed, a copy of the real property maintenance report, and the property will be used to stabilize the neighborhoods for the City of Gary. The resolution 2018-2 is for Gary Land, 810 Georgia Street. And the real property maintenance report shows that there's no taxes that's due, and the owner is the City of Gary. I move that we approve the quit claim deed for 810 Georgia Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the IT department.
One more. And I just have one more quick claim.
Oh, I thought it was
There
just
were
one,
two.
I'm sorry.
This property is 372 Harrison Street. We have a resolution 2018-1 for the property. And the real maintenance report shows there's no taxes that are due, and the owner is the City of Gary. And we also have the sales disclosure form. I move that we approve the property transfer from the City of Gary to redevelopment for property at 372 Harrison Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the IT department.
This memo is to Clotilda Boyd, Public Works Director, from Stephen Jenkins, Assistant City Attorney, regarding Regional Data Services contract. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with Regional Data Services Incorporated to provide software support for the RDS system and Chronos used by the City of Gary. The terms of the contract is from January 1 through December 31st, 2018, in an amount not to exceed $12,200. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Scope of services, contract agrees to provide support, software support for the RDS system for Chronos implementation, and to attend meetings and do program as needed and build as used. I move that we approve the contract between the City of Gary and RDS Regional Services, Data Services for Chronos.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We also have a second contract for Regional Data Services. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with Regional Data Services to provide software support for the RDS system used by the City of Gary. The terms of the contract is from January 1, 2018 to December 31, 2018. This contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. The contract shall not exceed $81,120. Scope of services. Contract agrees to render services outlined in Article 1. And Schedule 1 is attached from RDS. Which includes on-site support, custom programming, phone support, remote dial-in support, training. And this is basically for the financial support system. The annual maintenance fee of $81,120 shall be paid at a rate of $6,760 per month for up to 1,014 hours of technical support. I move that we ratify the contract between the City of Gary and Regional Data Services.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next contract is for DataMine. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with DataMine to provide support, hosting, and website maintenance to the City of Gary's website and all associated departments. The terms of the contract is from January 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018. Contract shall not exceed $11,125. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Scope of services. Contract agrees to supply support and hosting and website maintenance to the City of Gary's website and all associated departments. City IT staff will perform the design and daily maintenance of the site, and DataMine will support and assist. For satisfactory performance, $937.50 shall be paid per month, not to exceed $11,250. I move that we approve the contract with DataMine.
Second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence with the Health Department.
This memo is to Clotilda Boyd, Public Works Director, from Gregory Thomas, City Attorney. The contract is with Brandy Downs Burnett. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract with Brandy Downs Burnett to serve as an assistant to the coordinator of the Health Department's Emergency Preparedness Program. The terms of the contract shall be from January 1st to June 30, 2018. Contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $6,790, billed at a rate of $15 per hour. Madam President, I move that we approve the contract for Brandy Downs Burnett to serve as an assistant to the Health Department's Emergency Preparedness Program.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next contract is for Diana Sandlin The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract with Diana Sadler, doing business as Urban Terrain Consulting, to serve as the Public Health Coordinator for the Geary Health Department Emergency Preparedness Program. The terms of the contract is from January 1, 2018 to June 30th, 2018. Contractors shall be paid an amount not to exceed $13,330.98, plus reimbursement for pre-approved grant-related travel expenses. Said pre-approval shall include a detailed description of the purpose of the travel and a detailed travel budget. All approval must be pre-approved by the director. We do have the scope of services for this contractor that is attached, and some of the duties are to attend the Finance Committee and City Council meetings for approval of city budgets, work with the fiscal officer on approval of state budgets, supervise any contractual staff, volunteer, or student interns hired by the Public Health Coordinator, schedule and participate in community meetings, attend and participate in emergency disaster trainings, workshops, and meetings offered by Lake and Porter County, attend any city and county meetings regarding disaster emergency planning, schedule and participate in grant activities such as the site activation, staff notification, trainings, meetings, and documentations for MCM. I move that we approve the contract for Diana Sandlin.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next contract is for Ronice Hartland. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract to serve as the immunization outreach specialist for the Geary Health Department. The terms of the contract shall be from January 1st to December 31st, 2018. The contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $15,000 at a rate of $15 per hour. Scope of services. The contractor agrees to serve as the part-time immunization outreach specialist for the Geary Health Department as described in Exhibit 3. For satisfactory performance, the contractor shall work 50 hours bi-weekly at a rate of $15 per hour, and the contractor shall not be paid an amount to exceed over $15,000. I move that we approve the contract with Ronice Hartland.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next Health Department contract is for Roy Davis. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract for Roy Davis to serve as Supply Transport Coordinator for the Health Department's Emergency Preparedness Plan. The terms of the contract is from January 1st through June 30th, 2018. Contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $1,158.76. Contractor shall be paid quarterly $579.38. I move that we approve the contract for Roy Davis as the Supply Transport Coordinator for the Health Department.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next contract for the Health Department is to Mary Ellen Costello. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract with Mary Ellen Costello to serve as the Immunization Outreach Specialist for the Geary Health Department. The terms of the contract shall be from January 1 through June 30, 2018. Contractors shall be paid an amount not to exceed $4,500, plus reimbursement for pre-approved grant-related travel expenses. Said pre-approval shall include a detailed description of the purpose of the travel and detailed travel budgets. Scope of services. The contractor agrees to provide medical assistant duties for the Department of Maternal Child Health Clinic and an operational function as described in Exhibit A. And those responsibilities are included. I move that we approve the contract for Mary Ellen Costello for the Immunization Outreach Specialist.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Community Development Department.
This memo is to Clotilda Boyd, Public Works Director, from Stephen Jenkins, Assistant City Attorney. Contract with Inga Lewis Shannon. The Law Department has reviewed the enclosed contract with Inga Lewis Shannon to provide legal services through the Community Development Department. The terms of the contract is from January 1st through December 31st, 2018. The contractor shall be paid an amount not to exceed $36,000. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. Scope of services, contract agrees to provide legal services to community development for its federally funded programs as described but not limited to those set forth in Exhibit 3. The scope of services is attached in Exhibit 3 and includes providing legal advice, counsel services, consultation, and opinions to the Director of Community Development on a wide variety of civil assignments, included but not limited to purchasing and procurement, written agreements, subordination agreements, public disclosure issues, and tort law. Prepare, review contracts and other documents for legal correctness and acceptability, review contracts prior to execution, handle federal and state court proceedings on behalf of the Department of Community Development as the need arises, including any and all court filings and representation. I move that we approve the contract for legal services with Inga Lewis Shannon.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have CDBG housing contracts. Do you want to read the addresses and amounts? And
Yeah,
approve
because
them at
we've
once?
already- Hold on 1 second, let me see what's in here. I also need to read the scope of work.
Okay.
The first contract is for Wanda Spiller, 3716 Lincoln Street, and the amount is not to exceed $15,800. The Office of Inga Lewis Shannon indicated it has reviewed the housing repair services contract, and that the contract is in legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. The scope of work is for chimney flashing, boot flashing, replacement windows, basement windows, plaster holes, electrical drain lines, install handrail and lead, $15,800. The next contract is with Jesse Johnson Jr. and JMD Construction. The Office of Inga Lewis Shannon indicates that she has reviewed the contract and it is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. The property at 2491 Jefferson Street and not to exceed $3,800. The scope of services is to remove and install gas furnace and thermostat, $3,800. The next contract is with Lena Harris and JMD Construction. The Office of Inga Lewis Shannon indicates that it has reviewed the attached emergency housing repair contract for $3,800 at 6516 Ash Place, Gary, Indiana, and the contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. The scope of services is to remove and install gas furnace and thermostat, $3,800. And the next contract is for Bessie Humes and JMD Construction, 1709 Pure Street, Gary, Indiana, not to exceed $11,950. And it indicates that the Law Office of Inga Lewis Shannon has reviewed the attached emergency housing repair contract. The contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the City of Gary. And the scope of services is to install residential vertical lift and top landing gate, install circuits, pour slab and gravel, and repair a pad on the front porch, $11,950. I move that we approve the contracts for housing repair and emergency housing repair for properties at 3716 Lincoln Street, 2491 Jefferson Street, 6516 Ash Place, and 1709 Pure Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Public Works Department. Before we go into that, I have a question for you. This one here, we need a conflict of interest form.
He work in the building department. Chris.
You wanna
So,
hold it together?
yeah, because I'm wondering what else, I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna be providing this at night, night
Hours.
services. But a lot of times it's in a different business name here. This is in an individual capacity. But I know we've had one like before, so we need that conflict of interest more. I think we should defer that one until next week. Unless you wanna try to get it in. I mean, we probably have time to make that one last if he's in the building.
We can just ratify it.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanna have the form with it.
Right, before we approve it. Okay. So that one will defer.
Okay, now you can go
Okay.
ahead.
The first contract, and these contracts are for snow removals.
If you wanna do them
services.
all together, you can, cause they're all
Okay.
for the same amount. You wanna list the companies. They're all for the same amount,
They
correct?
should be for the same time.
And then,
Okay.
except the one we're gonna defer.
So the first contract that we have is for express lawn care and snow removal. And actually, all of the contracts are for January 22nd, 2018 to April 1st, 2018. The law department has reviewed and closed contracts to provide snow removal services to the city of Gary winter season 2018. Contractors shall be paid an amount not to exceed $10,000, and the contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. Scope of services, contractor agrees to provide the necessary labor and equipment necessary for snow removal, snow cleanup, and snow hauling to the city of Gary for 2017-2018 winter season. Snow removal services shall be provided according to the following terms: snow center location and telephone number, contractor communications, call-out time for snow accumulation, hours of work, city snow routes, vehicle inspection, and plowing operations. The contractors are Express Lawn Care, Simon's Complete Auto, same terms. James Richardson, same terms. Majestic Builders, same terms. John Newcomb, same terms. And George Humphrey. I move that we approve the snow removal contracts for the four named contractors for snow removal for the city of Gary.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And I move that we defer the contract for snow removal services for Chris Lewis.
Unless you wanna do a contingent, that's the only other, on the form being submitted. It's up.
We need to see that.
Okay. Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
They now have to be uploaded and they have to start doing that.
Next, we have a request to install pipeline.
This memo is regarding request for permit to install 24-inch natural gas pipeline for NIPSCO at LaPorte to Gary, County Line Road, north to Melton Road, and Clay Street at 15 Place. This request has been received by the gas pipeline installation to be performed by NIPSCO. The pipeline will cross the city's right-of-way at County Line Road and Clay Street. The pipeline will be directionally bored and will not disturb the pavement. However, temporary construction driveways may be installed adjacent to the roadway. The contractor will be Minnesota Limited LLC as subcontractor Southeast Directional Drilling. If the board approves, we recommend granting NIPSCO a permit contingent upon the contractor and subcontractor shall be licensed with the city of Gary. Any disturbances shall be restored to the attached specification. Traffic controls shall be to NDOT and other applicable standards, and NIPSCO shall provide a schedule, notify affected property and business owners, school, police, fire, GPTC, and Board of Public Works. Attached are the right-of-way permit requirements and a letter from Luke Leonard, the QPS engineer for the pipeline, NIPSCO pipeline crossing at Clay Street. I move that we approve the request for permit to install a 24-inch natural gas pipeline by NIPSCO.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have a request to install gatehouse and driveway.
A request has been received from Hassett Construction and Reichelt Plumbing on behalf of the Lake County Parks for work on the subject project. This is the Lake County Parks and Recreation, Lake Etta County Park, 4801 West 29th Avenue. The plans are as prepared by Hitchcock Design Group. We have reviewed the plans and find them to be acceptable with respect to the city. Therefore, we recommend approval contingent upon a detailed schedule shall be provided prior to starting construction. Flaggers shall be present at all times while work within the city's right of way. Contractors and subcontractors shall be licensed to do work within the city of Gary. I move that we approve the request for the gatehouse and driveway at Lake Etta County Park, 4801 West 29th Avenue.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That concludes our agenda topics. Is there any unfinished business? Any new business? May I have a motion to adjourn, please? Oh, I'm sorry, public comment, any public comment? I'm sorry. Any public comment? Okay. Seeing none, I'm sorry. We have a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.